In today's video, we'll go over the quality and features of the new 2024 Honda Pilot.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Welcome once again to Sim Action Auto Review channel. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the post notification, like, share and also, comment down below. The most recent Honda Pilot is agreeable and bounty extensive for its front and center column travelers. Be that as it may, it falls behind class pioneers in third-line room and freight space, and its tech is a half-step disappointing. As far as in general allure, a few contenders convey all the more value for your money. Part of the fourth Pilot age presented. The Honda Pilot has for some time been a number one in the standard three-line hybrid class. An intensive upgrade for 2023 separated it outwardly from the Odyssey with which it shares its foundation. However, the Pilot actually packs a large part of the reasonableness of a minivan. It's extensive, with an abundance of capacity cubbies and shrewd subtleties like second column situates that slide forward at the bit of a button to assist little ones with getting to the rearward sitting arrangement. And each of the three lines are agreeable, however the manner in which back gets cozy for grown-ups. The changed V6 is strong enough for a most extreme towing limit of 5,000 pounds yet still moderately eco-friendly. Like Honda's top-of-the-line CR-V, the Pilot simply appears to do everything admirably, with relatively straightforward or exhibition. In any case, others in the class are focusing in on Honda's recipe, and tossing in some exhibit for purchasers who need it. Vehicles like the Hyundai Palisade and Kia Telluride Twins and the Mazda CX-90 match the Pilot on many fronts while offering a more extravagant feel. Assuming space and adaptability are your main needs, the Pilot conveys. Yet, purchasers searching for something more upscale will track down convincing options in this class. Peruse on for our master survey of the 2024 Honda Pilot. Driving the Pilot is a mishmash. The V6 sounds snarly when you hurry up, yet real speed increase is just normal. At the Edmonds test track, our Pilot Trailsport test vehicle dealt with the 0 to 60 miles per hour run in 7.8 seconds. The transmission is excessively occupied, particularly in and out of town. That can likewise cause the Pilot to feel excessively enthusiastic and delicate to gas pedal data sources while advancing from a stop. Slowing down is smooth, however the pedal is delicate and numb, and we viewed the Pilot's crisis halting distances as longer than normal. For audacious families, the Pilot Trailsport is one of the more competent three-line hybrids for light rough terrain obligation on account of its additional ground leeway. The all-wheel drive framework is another potential gain. Notwithstanding the normal lift in footing for frosty or frigid streets, it can likewise rearrange the V6 ability to make the Pilot extensively more agile around turns. In any case, the directing is light and needs feel, and it gives no genuine feeling of what's the deal with the street. The front seats and discretionary second-line chief seats are wonderfully delicate without surrendering support. The front seats miss the mark on degree of flexibility a few contenders offer, so not every person will get the most solace out of them. The Pilot's suspension smooths out most knocks easily, however particular sorts of lopsided asphalt can feel sharp and a piece clearly in the lodge. All in all, wind, street and motor commotion is low, however the lodge isn't exactly just about as tranquil as first-class contenders like the Kia Telluride. The environment framework is easy to change and strong enough for the huge lodge. Each of the three lines get vents, however vent position for the second and third columns isn't ideal. Third-line vents specifically are put by the armrests, so grown-ups will get wind current to their hands. The Pilot's inside is spacious and reasonable for the initial two columns, with heaps of extra room and somewhat better than expected perceivability for a vehicle of this class. The most recent Pilot's dashboard downplays buttons, yet we like how Honda figured out how to make the most usually utilized controls open as opposed to covering them in a touchscreen menu, which can be the situation on different SUVs. Getting in and out is simple, with buttons to deliver the second column situates that even youngsters can actuate. There's sufficient seat travel that third-line access won't be a press for most grown-ups. Front travelers are ruined for space in the Pilot, and the subsequent column is wide and obliging with bunches of legroom. Contenders like the Kia Telluride and Volkswagen Mapbook, be that as it may, have better third lines. Grown-ups will begin to feel squeezed in light of the fact that the high floor and practically non-existent tow room under the second-line seats will push their knees up. The Pilot offers a lot of usable tech highlights, however overall it's a half-step disappointing. The infotainment, with remote telephone availability, works rapidly and is not difficult to explore, yet the 9-inch screen feels predominated by the enormous lodge. It's appalling the agreement's 12.3-inch screen isn't accessible here. There are a lot of spots to charge, including a remote charging cushion. There's just a single USB-C port accessible, nonetheless. The rest are the less strong USB-A sort, which limits choices for telephones, tablets and workstations that help quick charging. Honda outfits the Pilot with a lot of standard driver help highlights. Path keeping help keeps the vehicle focused pleasantly even at extremely low paces. However, while the versatile voyage control follows flawlessly at turnpike speeds, it's less certainty motivating in heavier rush-hour gridlock. In our testing, we found it too delayed to even think about responding to unexpectedly slowing down traffic, provoking the driver to mediate. It likewise requires inciting by means of a controlling wheel button or gas pedal to restart after even the briefest stop, so it doesn't save you much exertion. Contenders like the Buick Territory, Kia Telluride and Hyundai Palisade offer more freight space, yet the Pilot has sufficient adaptable freight highlights and little thing stockpiling to make it a supportive family hauler. The 50/50th split third-line seats are not difficult to deliver, which is great since there's no power-collapsing third column accessible, and they open up a huge, in the event that not class driving, space. Stacking and dumping is simple with the floor in its most noteworthy position so massive things can slide in and out. With regards to little thing stockpiling, the Pilot is quite possibly of the best. Front travelers get an extra enormous mid-control area plate and box, alongside a couple of additional cubbies for more modest things. Both the front and back entryways offer a lot of plate, pockets and even cup holders for each seat that will fit a 40-ounce water bottle. Our aircraft tester Trailsport had the second column seat that accompanies a removable focus seat that can be put away under the freight floor in the storage compartment. A perfect component makes it simple to reconfigure the seating in light of your day's requirements. Prominently, the Pilot is one of only a handful of exceptional SUVs to have hook secures for every one of the 3 second column seats. Contingent upon its hardware, the Pilot has an EPA gauge of somewhere in the range of 20 miles per gallon consolidated, 18 city/23 expressway, for the all-wheel drive Trailsport to 22 miles per gallon joined for a front-wheel drive model. On Edmund's genuine test course, our Pilot Trailsport test vehicle found the middle value of 22 miles per gallon, and that implies drivers ought to have the option to match EPA gauges. This outcome is comparable to top V6 contenders yet at the same time well off the Fragment's effectiveness chief, the Super 4-chamber Toyota Highlander, and without offering any speedier speed increase. The Pilot gives a lot of utility and solace, and its inside is sturdily worked with powerful, strong plastics all around. Contenders spread all the more delicate touch materials around, particularly in higher trims, yet the Pilot feels work to get through everyday life. I'm glad that you now fully understand this vehicle. Would you kindly do me the favor of subscribing to this channel and pressing the notification bell button so that you are notified as soon as we upload another video like this? Thank you.